Hi guys, it's Ria here with today's message from the heart. And I already shuffled, breathed, and this little guy here popped out for the day. Again, these are all images from Mother Earth, messages from Mother Earth. And because we're one with Mother Earth, these messages also relate to our very own heart energy. We are reflections of one another. And the messages are to bring alignment into our heart so that we may be tapped into a higher frequency and vibration and a truer expression of ourself. And when we do that, then that reflects in our outer world and we produce a life that's the most peaceful and harmonious and happy and joyous. So the message for this card, the title is called, let me see here, Waves. As the waves of the ocean flow in, they renew your spirit. As they pull back out to the sea, they take with them the negative emotions that no longer serve you. Even if you're not by the ocean, you can visualize their motion with the rhythm of your breath. The breath of the ocean waves are one. Bring conscious awareness to the process. So basically, this card is telling us to breathe, and it also kind of has an overall message of change. Like life is like the ocean, brings in new life, takes out old life. Our breath, when we breathe in, we're bringing in the very force of life, rejuvenating our whole being when we breathe in. When we exhale, we're letting out old breath. We've already taken in the oxygen and we're exhaling what we don't need. And life is like that. It brings to us on waves of change. Sometimes some waves are bigger, some waves are smaller, and then sometimes in life there isn't much of a wave or a wake. It's just kind of steady and ripply. And that is a mirror reflection of our life, of our breath, of everything that we go through. Everything in the outer world is going to be symbolic and act as a mirror to what we experience as a human, what we experience within, and it's always reflected without. And that's a beautiful gift because you get a visual. You actually get a visual manifestation of everything that's happening within you. And it can help bring affirmation. It can help bring clarification. It's beautiful. And if you don't like what you see on the outside, you have the creative power to change it by changing your perception, by changing your actions, making different decisions. And to get back to the breath, when you breathe in, and say you don't even know what you want or know what you need to let go of or know what you need to embrace. When you breathe in, nice and deep, 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 and then when you exhale, you're breathing in. And if you're breathing in with the intent of breathing in new life, new opportunity, new consciousness, that's what will take place. And when you exhale, you're releasing that. When you have that intent and you're breathing out with that intent, that's what is actually happening. And that's what this card is telling us, is like, let go of that which doesn't serve you. Like when the waves pull out stuff on the seashore, but then it brings in, when it comes up and brings in even the waves or the high tide, it brings in shells and little ocean treasures. And that's what life does. With every breath in, with every exhale, you're taking in and out treasures. Think of it that way. Everything that comes to you in life is a treasure. Just like the ocean waves bringing in sand dollars, seashells, articles lost from long ago. It's just really cool. And that's what this is telling us. Let me see if there's anything here that I missed. Yeah, we're all one. We're all one consciousness, and everything. There's a certain level of unity amongst everything. And of course that unity stems from in here. All right, let's take a look at the picture. Nice little heart right here. Zoop and zoop. And let me take a little peek. Yeah, it's a different mixture of different seaweed. It's not all one plant. So it shows to me that in itself is symbolic of the unity of everything based in love, coming together in love, coming to bring you new experiences, coming to aid you in shining your own love and light within you. And it's kind of bringing together all the differences. Here on this side of the heart, you got this little like orangish orangish reddish plant, and then on this side you get a lot more going on, and it's kind of like life too in your expression. Sometimes it'll be, I don't want to say complex, but there'll be many different levels of different things that you're going through and experiencing, and sometimes it's just wide open. This is new growth. To me, this in itself almost looks like a, a faint image of a heart. And when you're tuning into the heart and you're letting the universal energy flow in and out of your life like the waves, like what comes to you and what's taken away from you. If something is taken away from you, though, it's not taken away in a negative sense. It's always because it's time to be taken away. It's serving you, even though you might not understand the higher reasoning of things. Things are taken out of your life for a reason, and it's always to help you become and embrace more fully who you are. So this can be a grounding to earth. Like I always like the hearts with this little connection to the sand. To me, it represents grounding. It can also mean moving away from an old way of being, an old existence. And as you're moving away, and as you let go of the exhale, as you let go with the waves being pulled out, and as you let go of things in your life that are finished serving you, you kind of move up. You're moving up in frequency, just like this heart right here. When you let go of that which is moving out of your life, you are moving up. You are moving in a higher frequency, vibration, because if God is all and God is nothing but love and light, then all is always expanding into a greater version of love and light. And not that there's not greater or lesser than, but there is an expansion of consciousness, perception, and awareness. And there's also an expansion of vibration, moving out of all the molecules, cells, energy pieces in you are moving and vibrating at a higher vibration. And that brings forth a lighter life, less dense, like the 3D earth. It's a dense reality. And as you're moving up in vibration, you are becoming lighter, and you're bringing forth other experiences. You might be letting go of heavier times, denser experiences, things that are feel more stuck. And as you are moving away from that, you are growing in expansion, love and light. And not only that, this even symbolizes you're always growing, you're always expanding. The journey is never, ever, ever done. You're an eternal being of light. You are the very source of God within you, within your heart. And when you can remove and let go of the layers that no longer serve you, let the exhale release them, even though you don't know what they are or what you need to let go of, just bringing the focus and intent to the breath will help you to actually do that in the physical reality. And then get this little thing like an arrow, like a little focus, like a little focal point. You got this heart, then you got this little thing shooting off another heart, and it's like focused. Focus on the breath, focus on expansion, focus on the love, and it's like that arrow zooming in on its target. Not that it's an arrow, but it looks like it's very focused. Oh, and there's even a little feather in there. I don't know if you guys can see this, but right here you get this tiny, tiny little, it's probably a pigeon feather because it's got some black and white mixed in. It could be a seagull, but it could be a pigeon. And that in itself is telling you when you can be free to tune into your heart, be free to let things go, be free to embrace what's coming at you, it does create freedom. You've got a new sense of freedom and flight and airiness. And that's what this little tiny, tiny little feather in there is representing. Freedom to fly, freedom to soar, letting go of density, being lighter in nature, lighter in vibration, lighter in frequency. So even on the ocean and what the waves bring in, it's just so unbelievable because there's so much just the symbolism and in the mirroring of the energy that you're experiencing, we are experiencing. It's just like, it just really, really instills and confirms, and I don't want to say cement because that seems so hard, but it does. It just really shows us the unity and how we are all one. Even though we all have individual personalities, personal agendas, personal experiences, different things, different goals, different focal points, but it's all based in, or should be based in, what makes you happy, what makes you joyous. So that's what this little card is telling us today. Breathe in like the waves moving in, bringing in new life. Exhale like the waves going out into the ocean, like the tide going out, taking with it all that does not serve you in order to bring you to new life, new expansion, and more freedom. Thanks, guys, for listening. Have an awesome day.